Observe.
Give me 100 kilos of rice, please. How much will it cost? It will cost you 2000 rupees. How much will 3 kilos of this rice cost? This rice costs 25 rupees per kg, so 3 kilos will cost you 75 rupees. What is the cost of this washing machine? 10,000 rupees, sir. How much will I get for this old washing machine now? I can give you 2000 rupees, sir. Let us reflect on the two situations that we saw. Since the shopkeeper bought 100 kilos of rice for 2000 rupees, at what rate did he buy a kilo of rice from the wholesale dealer at the godown? If the next day he sold 3 kilos of rice for 75 rupees, then at what price did he sell 1 kilo of that rice? Do you think the shopkeeper was happy selling the rice at the rate of 25 rupees per kilo? Did he gain or lose in the bargain? In the second situation, at what price did the gentleman buy the washing machine? At what price did he sell it after a few years? Do you think he was happy while selling the washing machine? Did he gain or lose in the bargain? Let us understand more about these transactions and also whether these were good bargains for the people concerned. We observed that the shopkeeper purchased 100 kilos of rice at the rate of 20 rupees per kilogram from the wholesale dealer. Thus, we say that 20 rupees is the cost price of 1 kilo of rice. Now the shopkeeper sells the rice at the rate of 25 rupees per kilogram to his customers. Thus, we say that 25 rupees is the selling price of 1 kilogram of rice. Hence, we conclude that the money spent on purchasing certain goods is called the cost price of the goods for that person, and the money that the person gets from the sale of the goods is called the selling price of the goods for that person. We have observed that the cost price of 1 kilo of rice was 20 rupees, which was sold to the customer at 25 rupees per kilo. Of the two, which amount is greater? The selling price is greater than the cost price. By how much is the selling price more than the cost price? Thus, we can say that on selling 1 kilo of rice, the shopkeeper gained or earned 5 rupees. This amount, that is, the amount gained on every kilogram of rice, is the profit earned. In this case, the profit earned by the shopkeeper on 1 kilogram of rice sold is 5 rupees. Thus, we can say that when the selling price is greater than the cost price, the difference between the selling price and the cost price is the profit that is earned in the transaction. Generally, the value of electrical gadgets goes on depreciating every year. Recall the second scenario where the gentleman bought a washing machine for 10,000 rupees and had to sell it for 2,000 rupees only. In this case, the cost price of the washing machine is 10,000 rupees and its selling price is 2,000 rupees. Of the two, which amount is greater? The cost price is greater than the selling price. By how much is the cost price more than the selling price? The cost price is greater than the selling price. Since the gentleman sold the washing machine for a lesser price than what he had bought it for, he incurred a loss of 8,000 rupees. The amount lost in a transaction is called the loss incurred in the transaction, which in this case is 8,000 rupees. Thus, we can say that when the cost price is greater than the selling price, the difference between the cost price and the selling price is called the loss that is incurred in the transaction. Therefore, the gentleman was not too happy on the sale of his washing machine. We often come across newspaper clippings or hoardings where the profit is mentioned in the percentage form. Let us now see how profit is converted to percentage. Let us consider an example. Here, the cost price is 20 rupees, the selling price is 25 rupees, and the profit is 5 rupees. Let us calculate the profit percentage. There are two methods to find the profit percentage. Here, the profit earned is divided by the cost price and multiplied by 100. This gives a profit percentage of 25. On a cost price of rupees 20, the profit is rupees 5. So, if we assume the cost price to be rupees 100, using the unitary method, the profit will be 5 upon 20 multiplied by 100. This gives us the profit percentage as 25%. As you can see, both the methods of calculating profit percentage give us the same answer. Sometimes we come across situations where the loss is calculated as a percentage. Let us now learn how to convert loss into a percentage form. In the example that we saw earlier, the cost price of the washing machine was 10,000 rupees, whereas its selling price was 2,000 rupees. The loss incurred in this transaction was 8,000 rupees. Just as in calculation of profit percentage, there are two methods to calculate the loss percentage. Loss percent is calculated by dividing the loss amount by the cost price and then multiplying it by 100. This gives us the loss percentage. In this case, the loss percentage of the person selling the washing machine was 80%. On the cost price of 10,000 rupees, the loss incurred is 8,000 rupees. Hence, if we assume the cost price to be 100 rupees, using the unitary method, the loss percentage will be 80%. You can see that with both the methods, the loss percentage is the same.
Let us summarize what we have covered in this learning unit.